Respected elders, educationists, language scholars, dear teachers, and dearest students, welcome. First of all, it is my kind request that those who have been subscribed our channel so far may kindly subscribe it. Dear students, in this class we are going to see active voice and passive voice. What does active voice mean? What does passive voice mean? The definition we are going to see. Dear students, we human beings brings out our thoughts and feelings only by active voice or passive voice. We express our thoughts and feelings either by active voice or passive voice. These are the two means to express, to bring out our feelings and thoughts. So it is the utmost need to know what is active voice and what is passive voice. What are the rules to change from one into another? What are the rules to change from active into passive voice and from passive into active voice? All these things we have to know. First of all, let us see the preliminary things that are vital to change active voice into passive voice. Come, let us see. Active voice and passive voice. Definition for active and passive voice is rules for converting active voice into passive voice. These are the things that we are going to see in this class. Tamil and English, video 126, dated 4/5/23. English grammar, active voice and passive voice. Active voice and passive voice. First of all, let us know what is passive voice. What is active voice? What is active voice? What does active voice mean? We can put the question in any way. What is active voice? What does active voice mean? The answer is if the subject is active. If the subject is active, it is active voice. If the subject activates the verb, it is active voice. Yes, we can give the answer in any way, in both the ways. We can give the answer. If the subject of the sentence is active, it is active voice. If the subject activates the verb, it is active voice. Example: Ronnie studies English. In this sentence, Ronnie is the subject. Studies is the verb. English is the object. Here the subject Ronnie is active. The subject Ronnie does the work or activates the verb study. So, as the subject Ronnie is active or does the work, it is active voice. Ronnie studies English. This sentence is active voice. Here the subject Rani does the work of studying, hence it is active voice. Then passive voice. What is passive voice, or what does passive voice mean? What is passive voice, or what does passive voice mean? The answer is, if the subject of the sentence is passive, it is passive voice. If the subject of the verb sentence is passive, it is passive voice. If the subject does not activate the verb, it is passive voice. So we can tell the answer in either way, either that way or this way. If the subject of the sentence is passive, it is passive voice. Or if the subject of the sentence does not activate the verb, it is passive voice. Okay. Here the example is, English is studied by Ronnie. Here, English is the subject. Is studied is the verb. Here, the subject English is not active. It is passive because the subject English does not do the work of studying. Subject is not doing this work. So, as the subject is passive, it is passive voice. As the subject does not do the work of the sentence, it is passive voice. Okay. Here the subject English does not do the work of studying, hence it is passive voice. Okay. Then, third point, the 12 tenses that we saw under the chapter tenses show the active voice of the 12 tenses. Here we are going to see the rules for changing active voice into passive voice. Dear students, under the chapter tenses, we have seen 12 tenses. In all the 12 tenses, the examples shown you are active voice sentences. In all the 12 tenses, the examples shown to you are simply active voice sentences of active voice. That's all. Here we are going to see the rules for changing or converting active voice into passive voice. The rules for changing active voice into passive voice. We are going to see. Come. Rules for changing active voice into passive voice. That is, rules for converting. Changing means converting active voice into passive voice. First of all, we are going to see the rules for changing simple sentences. That is, in English we know there are 4 kinds of sentences: simple sentence, a continuous sentence, perfect sentence, and perfect continuous sentence. In all the 3 main tenses: past, present and future. Here we are going to simple tenses: simple past, simple present and simple future. In all these 3 tenses, what are the rules to be followed to convert an active sentence into a passive sentence? That we are going to see here. Rule 1. Subject and object should be interchanged. This is the first rule. Subject and object should be interchanged. Rule 1. The finite verb should be changed into its past participle. Rule 2. Rule 3. One of the be verbs, be, am, is, are, was, were, one of the 6 be verbs should be placed before the past participle. One of the be verbs should be placed, one of the 6 be verbs should be placed before the past participle. Rule 3. Rule 4. The adverb by should be placed before the object of the passive verb. the adverb by should be placed before the object of the passive sentence. Should be placed before the object of the passive sentence. These are the 4 rules to be followed in converting a simple sentences into passive form, from active to passive. Now, one by one we are going to see. See the rules. First, for converting simple present tense into simple active, from active to passive voice. That is the rules. First, we are going to see the rules to be followed when converting a simple present tense from active to passive. Rule 1. Rule 1, the subject should be interchanged. Subject and object should be interchanged. Then the present verb should be converted into past participle. Then placing be verb among the 6 be verbs. Here a be verb should be placed before the past participle. What are the rules for placing be verbs? Regarding simple present tense, among the 3 be verbs am, is, are. Among the 3 be verbs, one of the be verbs should be placed up before the past participle. 1. If the subject of the passive sentence, is I, am should be placed before the past participle. If the subject of the passive sentence is singular, is should be placed before the past participle. If the subject of the passive sentence is plural, or should be placed before the past participle. That's all. These are the rules. Then automatically, you see simple present tense. Rule 1 is subjects and objects should be interchanged. That is a common. Then present verb should be converted into past participle. Then a be verb am, is, are. One of the 3 should be placed before the past participle. If the subject of the converted passive form is I am, if the subject is singular, is, if the subject is plural, are. You will see the sentence. Ronnie helps me, active voice. Me, object, is changed into subject. Then Ronnie, subject, changed into object by Ronnie. Verb helps changed into past participle, helped. Then as the subject is I, here am is placed before the subject. Before the past participle. So active voice is Ronnie helps me, active voice. I am helped by Ronnie, passive voice. Then B. Ronnie helps him. Here, object him is changed into he. Then, subject Ronnie is changed as by Ronnie. Then the verb, present verb helps is changed into past participle, helped. Then, as the subject is singular, be verb is placed before the past participle. That's all. Ronnie helps him, active voice. Ronnie is helped by him. He is helped by Ronnie, passive voice. Then, third, Ronnie helps us. The object S is brought as changed into subject to we. Then the subject Ronnie is changed as by Ronnie, object. Then the present verb helps is changed into past participle helped. Then as the subject is we, be verb or is placed before the past participle. So, okay. Ronnie helps us. We are helped by Ronnie. These are the rules. Recording present participle. I mean, simple present tense. Subject and object are interchanged. Present tense verb is changed into past participle. Then, if the subject is I am is placed before the past participle. The subject is singular, is. If the subject is plural, are. That's all. Then, simple past tense. The rules for simple past tense. Here also, subject and object should be interchanged. Then, the past verb should be changed into past participle. Then recording be verbs, placing be verb. If the subject of the passive sentence is singular, if the subject of the passive sentence is singular, was should be placed before the past participle. If the subject of the passive sentence is plural, were should be placed before the subject. I mean before the past participle. In simple present tense, am, is, are. But in simple past, was, are, were. Singular was, plural were. That's all. You see? Ronnie helped me. Me, object. Subject, I. Ronnie, by Ronnie, object. Helped, past tense. Helped, past participle. As the subject is singular, was is placed before helped. So, Ronnie helped me. I was helped by Ronnie. Active, passive. Then here, Ronnie helped him. Active voice. Object changed into subject, he. Then Ronnie changed to by Ronnie. Object. Helped. Past tense is changed into past participle, helped. Then as the subject is he, the be verb was is placed before the past participle. That's all. Ronnie helped him. He was helped by Ronnie. Passive voice. Active and passive voice. Then Ronnie helped us. The active voice. The object S is changed into we, subject. Then Ronnie subject is changed into by Ronnie, object. Helped, past verb is changed into past participle, helped. As the subject is we, where is placed before the past participle. Okay? Ronnie helped us. Active voice. We were helped by Ronnie. Passive voice. Then simple future tense. Interchange. First, interchange of subject and object. Then, in future tense, simple future, there will be two verbs, shall or will plus present tense. Here the finite verb should be changed into past participle. Then will or shall should be placed according to the rules that we have seen in simple future. For first person shall, second and third person will. After converting into passive form. Then be verb be, the be verb be should be placed before the past participle or between past participle and will or shall. Be should be placed between these two verbs. So, okay. The finite verb should be changed into past participle, be verb. Irrespective of the subject, be should be placed before the past participle. See, whatever the subject in the passive form, whatever the subject may be, that doesn't matter. We have to place be between these two verbs. The present verb should be changed into past participle, and in before that there will be will or shall, and the be verb be should be placed between these two verbs, irrespective of the subject. Whatever the subject is, that it doesn't matter. It's okay. Ronnie will help me. Me is changed into I subject. Ronnie by Ronnie object. Will help. Help is a finite verb. Help is changed into helped past participle. Then will. Here it is third person Ronnie. Here the subject is I. So will is changed into shall and be is placed between them. So Ronnie will help me. I shall be helped by Ronnie. Passive form. Similarly, Ronnie will help him. Object him is changed into the subject he. Ronnie subject is changed into object by Ronnie. Help finite verb is changed into helped. Will is kept as it is, and be is placed between them, between the past participle and the be verb and the will, or be is placed before the past participle. Anyway, you can say. So, Ronnie will help him. He will be helped by Ronnie. Active voice, passive voice. Then the third. Ronnie will help us. Ronnie will help us. As object is changed into subject we, then Ronnie subject is changed into object by Ronnie. Then the present finite verb help is changed into past participle helped. Then will is changed into shall, as because from for third person to first person shall. Then be is placed in between them. That's all. So Ronnie will help us, active voice. We shall be helped by Ronnie, passive voice. See examples for the 8 subjects. Here in the three examples I have shown for the 3 tenses: simple past, simple present, simple future. Here all the 8. Here I have given the examples for all the 8 subjects. That is first person singular plural, second person singular plural, and third person singular plurals for simple present, simple past, and simple future. First, the simple present. She helps me. I am helped by her. She helps us. We are helped by her. She helps you. You are helped by her. She helps you. You are helped by her. First person, second person. Third person. She helps him. He is helped by her. She helps her. She is helped by her. She helps it. It is helped by her. She helps them. They are helped by her. That is simple present tense. Then simple past. Simple past. She helped me. I was helped by her. She helped us. We were helped by her. She helped you. You were helped by her. She helped you. You were helped by her. Singular and plural. The form is the same. She helped him. He was helped by her. She helped her. She was helped by her. She helped it. It was helped by her. She helped them. They were helped by her. Simple past. Then simple future. Simple future. She will help me. I shall be helped by her. She will help us. We shall be helped by her. She will help you. You will be helped by her. She will help you. You will be helped by her. Singular, plural. Second person, third person. She will help him. He will be helped by her. She will help her. She will be helped by her. She will help it. It will be helped by her. She will help them. They will be helped by her. Simple present, simple future. All the 3 tenses, simple tenses, the 8 subjects I have shown you the examples. Okay, dear students, we got to say some more notes. Note. See, recording the subject and object. proper nouns have the same forms of subject and object. For proper nouns, the subject and object would be the same. Example, names of living and non-living things. Man, tiger, crow, tree, fruit, etc. These are the, proper nouns of the living and non-living things. Names of places. Chennai, Madurai, Trichy, etc. Names of human beings. Names of human. Tamilan, Murugan, Valli, etc. Some of the examples I have given here. So, pronouns, the subject and object would be the same for recording proper nouns. If the subject and object, if the subject is the proper noun and if the object also is the proper noun, we need not bother about that. We will have to use them as they are. Then proper noun. Then pronouns. We know pronouns, we have different forms for subject and object. For recording proper noun, the subject and object have the same form. But recording pronouns, subject and object have different forms. See, first person, I, me, we, us. Second person, you. Third person, he, him, she, her, it, they, them. So, have it in mind. Recording proper noun, subject and object would be the same. We need not bother about. But in recording pronouns, we have to keep it in mind. Then, dear students, only transitive verbs can be converted into passive form. Intransitive verbs, the sentence in the active sentence having the active voice having intransitive verb cannot be changed into passive voice. The active sentence, the active voice sentence having the transitive verb can be changed into passive form. So only if the verb in a sentence, in the active sentence is a transitive verb, that sentence can be transferred into passive. If it is intransitive verb, that sentence cannot be transferred into passive form. Okay, it is come. My dear children, my dear students, thus today in this class we have seen what is active voice. If the subject is active, it is active voice. What is passive voice? If the subject is passive, it is passive voice. That is, if the subject does the work, it is active voice. If the subject does not work, it is the passive voice. That's all. Active voice and passive voice. Then, what are the rules for changing from active into passive? Here I have taken only the simple tenses, that is simple past, simple present and simple future. And I have given it is not myself. And I have brought you the rules. I have brought you the grammatical rules prescribed by the English grammar. One, simple sentences. So to change any sentence, simple sentences from active into passive. One is subject and object should be interchanged. One. Then the pilot verb should be changed into past participle. Verse 2. Then out of the 6 be verbs, am, is, are, was, were, be, am, is, are, was, were. Out of the 6 be verbs, the suitable be verb should be placed before the past participle. Rule 3. Then the adverb by should be placed before the object of the passive sentence. 4. 1. Subject and object should be interchanged. 2. The finite verb should be changed into past participle. Then a be verb. There are 6 be verbs, 7 be verbs, and here recording the simple present and simple tenses after the 6 be verbs. Be, an, is, are, was, were. After the 6 verbs, any one of the be verbs suitable to the subject should be placed before the past participle. Then fourth one is by should be placed before the object of the passive sentence. This is for the common for the simple sentence. Simple sentence. But after the simple present, simple past, simple future, what are the rules? Recording simple present, the interchange of the subject and object is common to all. Then recording be verbs, simple present, recording be verbs. The present tense verbs should be changed into past participle. Then, if the subject is I, am should be placed before the past participle. If the subject is singular, is should be placed before the past participle. If the subject is plural, plural, are should be placed before the past participle. That's all. Then automatically by before the subject. Things are over. Recording simple present tense. Recording simple past tense, interchange of subjects and objects. Then changing past tense into past participle. Okay. Then recording be verb. If the subject is singular, was should be placed before the past participle. If the subject is plural, why should be placed before the past participle. Then by as usual, before the object of the passive form. That's all. That is verb into past participle and place was or were before it. If subject singular, was. If subject plural, were. Recording simple past tense. Regarding simple future tense, interchange subject and objects. Then transfer the change the present finite verb. Because in future tense there will be two verbs. One is shall or will, another is finite verb. Change the finite verb into past participle. And place be before it, irrespective of the subject. Change the finite verb into past participle and place be before it. Then keep will as it is or change it into shall. Either keep will as it is or change it into shall according to the rules that we have seen in simple future. If the subject is a shall or will, if the subject is I or we, change put the auxiliary verb shall. If the subject is a second and third person, use will. Past participle in front of the past participle be, then will or shall, as per the rules. That's so. Dear students, we express our thoughts and feelings either by active voice or passive voice. These are the two forms of sentences, active voice and passive voice. In all the languages spoken in the world, we are human beings, we are expressing our thoughts and feelings either by writing or either in writing or in speaking. In speech, we are using either whatever the sentence, if you take it, it would be either active voice or passive voice. So be extremely careful recording the rules and regulations of verbs, using verbs in active voice and passive voice. Here we have seen three tenses, three simple tenses. Yet we have to say 9 tenses. Out of the 9 tenses, only 5 tenses has the passive form. 4 tenses have no passive form. That we will see when they come to our view. Dear students and elders, teachers, I thank you very much for keenly watching the lesson, active voice and passive voice, and observing it. Particularly, my dear children, record it strongly in your memory and let them come to your aid whenever you need their help. The correct uses that will elevate you to the highest level regarding the world language. So, my dear students, once again I request you be extremely careful of learning the active and passive voice and using the pattern of the verbs in active and passive voice. Okay? We will meet in the next class. Till then, I wish all of you a very nice and sweet time.